Was there water on Mars? Yes, there was. Hello, I'm your host Luke, and today we'll be going over how they've uncovered more evidence on, I guess, movement of water on Mars. Almost unimaginably huge floods washed across Gale crater on the surface of Mars about 4 billion years ago, and the finding hints that life might have existed there too. Data collected by NASA's Curiosity rover shows that gigantic ripples on the surface were likely left by a giant flood. Scientists believe that the flood may have been set off by a meteor impact, which melted ice on the surface of the planet. The impact may have also allowed life to briefly flourish on the surface, according to researchers. We identified megafloods for the first time using detailed sedimentological data observed by the rover Curiosity. Deposits left behind by megafloods had not been previously identified with orbiter data. Early Mars was an extremely active planet from a geological point of view, and the planet had the conditions needed to support the presence of liquid water on the surface, and on Earth, where there's water, there's life. So early Mars was a habitable planet. Was it inhabited? That's a question that the next rover, Perseverance, will have to answer. There are giant wave-shaped features in sedimentary layers of Gale crater, often called mega ripples or anti-dunes, that were about 30 feet high and spaced about 450 feet apart. The anti-dunes hint at flowing megafloods at the bottom of Mars Gale crater about 4 billion years ago. They are identical to the features formed by melting ice on Earth about 2 million years ago. The most likely cause of the Mars flooding was the melting of ice from heat generated by a large impact, which released carbon dioxide and methane from the planet's frozen reservoirs. The water vapor and release of gases combined to produce a short period of warm and wet conditions on the red planet. I assume is what we'll want to do similarly when we try to colonize Mars, right? Condensation formed water vapor clouds, which in turn created torrential rain, possibly planet-wide, and the Curiosity rover science team has already established that Gale crater once had persistent lakes and streams in the ancient past, and these long-lived bodies of water are good indicators that the crater, as well as Mount Sharp within it, were capable of supporting microbial life. And tomorrow we'll get into what Elon Musk's plan for colonizing Mars is. So, almost all water on Mars today exists as ice, though it also exists in small quantities as water vapor in the atmosphere. What is thought to be low volume liquid brines in shallow Martian soil, maybe grains of flowing sand, and dust slipping downhill to make dark streaks. The only place where water ice is visible at the surface is at the North Polar ice cap, and there's abundant water ice that is also present beneath the permanent carbon dioxide ice cap at the Martian South Pole and in the shallow subsurface at more than temperate conditions. More than 21 million cubic kilometers of ice have been detected at or near the surface of Mars, enough to cover the whole planet to a depth of 115 feet. Before about 3.8 billion years ago, Mars may have had a denser atmosphere and higher surface temperatures, allowing vast amounts of liquid water on the surface, possibly including a large ocean that may have covered up to 1/3 of the planet. I mean, if there's life on the planet, one of the planets closest to us, I mean, just imagine what there is out. This has been your host, Luke. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. I hope you have a great day. And remember, tomorrow I'm looking at Elon Musk's ambitions for colonizing Mars. Hope you have a good night.